Hello, geometry students. Okay, we are back. Now, it says here a circle has a radius of 4 inches. What is the area of the sector bounded by a 45-degree minor arc? Now, you remember when we were talking about arcs, major arcs, and minor arcs, which was a little while ago. When did we do that? We did that, I think, on Monday. Circles and arcs, yes. On Tuesday, the 12th, we did this. We talked about arcs. So, minor arc, remember, is a slice of pizza. The major arc would be the blue guy, which would be the Pac-Man. Okay, but they want to know about the minor arc. So I'm going to 45-degree minor arc. I'm going to highlight that in red because that's highlighted in red here. And it says a circle has a radius. So they're asking me about the area, and they say the circle has a radius of 4 inches, which I like because if you remember, A equals, I'm going to leave a space here for a reason, pi r squared. So that means I don't have to figure out the radius in the problem. I can just plug it in. Thank goodness. Okay? But where do I have a radius? Well, they already give me radius here. Radius starts from the center and goes to the edge of the circle. So that is 4 inches. But I also have another radius here. Doesn't matter which one I use, but just to let you know. You see the radius? It's 4 as well. 4 and 4. Okay? So, I got a radius here, I got a radius here. I got my 45-degree minor arc to slice a pizza, and they want to know the area of the slice of pizza, which is, of course, as we hopefully all know at this point, color, is the area inside here. Okay? Okay. So, now the problem is, I know how to find the area of this whole circle. It's pi r squared. And they gave me r, I plug it in so I could get the whole, but that's not really my problem. They're not asking for the whole pizza pie. They don't want to know how big Pac-Man is or the whole circle. They just want to know how much the slice of pizza is. What's the area of the slice of pizza? So it's a percentage of that. It's a part of that. It's a fraction of the whole circle. What is that fraction? Well, here we go. So, trying to find a good color to work with next. I'm going to go light blue. Okay. So, now, if you remember when we did circumference, which was Thursday's lesson, we did this. We said, well, to get a percentage, you take the angle, which here it's 45 degrees, and you put it over 360. That's the fraction of the circle that we're measuring. All circles, you always will have 360 on the bottom for this. So you're saying, out of the full 360 of the circle, I'm only looking at 45 degrees. I'm only looking at this pizza pie here. Then pi r squared. Now, if you want to make yourself it's easier on yourself before you plug it into the calculator, you can. But one of the things I really notice about this is they say leave your answers in terms of pi, which is a very, very, very interesting concept. So basically they're saying don't multiply the pi. And we'll get to this in a second. So I'm going to do this without multiplying the pi. I want to try and do this in my head. So I'm going to see here, how many times does 45 go into 360? Right? Because 45 divided by 45, can 45 go into 360? Is that the greatest common factor in both of these? Well, let's see. So 45 divided by 45 would be nice. It would be 1. But 360 divided by 45 is 8. So really, if I divide both these by 45, I get this awesome number. Made it a little easier. Now, if you're doing this in a calculator, you don't have to bother. Pi. R, now I know is another thing. Well, we'll keep r squared. Okay, so next step is, ignore that, is to put in our r. Pi times 4 squared. Now, if you remember your perfect squares, 4 times 4 is 16. See how I'm doing this? I can do this in my head. So now I'm going to rearrange things. I do 1/8 times 16 pi, because I don't want to work with the pi. The pi is meaningless to me. Now, in the calculator, you can just do 1/8 times 16. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have more fun like that because I'm a math guy. I'm going to say 1/8 times 16. I multiply the top numbers. 1 and 16 gets me 16 divided by 8, and I'm still going to have the pi there. Now, finally, 16 divided by 8 is easy. It's just 2. 2 pi. The answer is 2 pi. Now, this is leaving in terms of pi. Leaving in terms of pi. Okay, so that's it. For this question, technically, that's all you had to do. But let's say it was actually a real problem. As I said, I can't go down to, if I was, let's say, as a 4-inch square. Let's say I was getting some material to cover this in. Okay, I was going to cover this circle, and I went to Home Depot, and I said, he said, how many square feet of, carpet do you need for this? And I went, okay, sir, I need 2 pi square feet. They would look at me strange. For a mathematician, it's good. Actually, this is the more accurate number, but I couldn't tell these guys. So, here, let's look at this another way. Okay, so I'm going to say, well, what is 2 pi? 2 pi, if I plug it into a calculator, it's going to be something like 6.28. Let's see. 2 seconds pi. 6.2831. So let's round it. We'll say approximately 6.28. Next step. Let's see what would happen if we would just put all these numbers in the calculator. If I would have taken the long way, okay, I just would have said this. Area equals 45 over 360. I'm going all the way back to over here. I kind of wrote over my pi 4 squared. Let the calculator do the rest of the work. Now, you can't do this if they say leave in terms of pi. I'll show you how to do that. 45 divided by 360 times pi. I usually don't put parentheses around pi. 4 squared. Drum roll. And it should be that number, right? There you go. Now, if they asked me to do it in pi, I would rearrange these numbers. Times 4 squared pi. So I wouldn't calculate pi. I'd leave pi on the end. I would just calculate these numbers. Now, if you're already hip to this, you're going to know this equals 2, but I'll just to show us. 45 divided by 360 times 4 squared. Hit enter, and it's 2. And so back to our answer originally of 2 pi. So sometimes leaving pi is a little bit easier, but be careful. Don't leave it in terms of pi unless they ask for it. All right, guys, have a good one. I will talk to you on Monday. All right, bye-bye.